Matchday 10 at Euro 2024 would see the final games of Group A play out in dramatic fashion. From Switzerland versus Germany and Scotland versus Hungary, these two matches would determine who would advance to the knockout rounds and who would be heading home. Here's everything that happened today at Euro 2024. The first match of the day would see Switzerland face off against Germany in Frankfurt. Germany's first chance of the match would find the back of the net, but it wouldn't last for long. Robert Andrich's first ever goal for his country would be called back in the 17th minute after Jamal Musiala's challenge in the box before the shot would be called back as a foul after a VAR check. Switzerland would pick themselves up after that scare, and just 11 minutes later they would have a goal of their own. After a great running cross from Remo Freuler, it would be Dan N'Doye who would lift the ball into the top left corner, giving Switzerland a 1-0 lead over the Germans. The Swiss side would continue their momentum until the break, as Germany went into halftime looking stunned at the scoreline. Germany would come out of the break looking for an equalizer, but chance after chance would either be saved or went wide as the score remained 1-0 for the Swiss. It would be Ruben Vargas who came ever so close to doubling the Swiss lead in the 83rd minute, but his goal would be called off after he timed his run too early and went offside. Germany would continue to look for their first goal, and that's exactly what they would get in the final minutes of this game. After a great cross from David Raum on the left-hand side, it would be Niklas Füllkrug who would head home his shot into the top left corner, bringing the game level at 1-1. That's how this game would end, as Switzerland and Germany would both get 1 point each from this match, which would see both teams advance to the round of 16. The second match of the day would see Scotland take on Hungary in Stuttgart. Both sides were relatively stagnant in the first half, as Scotland had 60% possession but didn't manage a single shot. Hungary had the better of the few chances that came up, but even then they would only manage one shot on target in a very underwhelming first half. With both teams coming ever so close to elimination, the 0-0 scoreline at halftime would have to change dramatically to keep their hopes alive. The first action of the second half would be a scary collision between Barnabas Farga and Angus Gunn in the Scottish penalty area, with the Hungarian player having to be stretchered off the pitch. A questionable challenge by Willie Orban on Stuart Armstrong just a few minutes later would almost bring a penalty call, but the referee would signal to play on. With Hungary facing elimination from this tournament, they would leave it to the last kick of the ball to find their first goal of this match. After Kevin Szoboth hit the left post in the 3rd minute of stoppage time, he'd make no mistake scoring his goal just 7 minutes later. After a lightning-fast counterattack from the Hungarians, it would be Roland Shalai who would play the ball across the box to Kevin Szoboth, who would make no mistake slotting the ball into the bottom left corner. Hungary would win the match with a 1-0 scoreline with the last kick of the game, keeping their hopes at this tournament alive while eliminating Scotland in the process. After an incredibly dramatic final match day, this is how Group A would finish. Germany ended on top with 7 points, Switzerland ended up in second with 5 points, Hungary finished in third with 3 points, and Scotland would find themselves at the bottom with 1 point. Germany will go on to face the runner-up of Group C in 6 days, while Switzerland will go up against the runner-up of Group B in 1 week's time. But what did you think of Matchday 10 at Euro 2024? Let me know in the comments below, as well as your predictions for the rest of the tournament. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more football content, tier lists, and everything in between, and as always, I'll catch you next time.